my question to either you or Faisal is now, we're talking about a lot of processes. We're talking about business planning, service quality, KPIs. So, who is responsible for developing these processes?
Thank you, Salman and Afsar. Yeah, that's a very interesting question and a very pertinent one too. That who is actually supposed to make or develop these processes? I would say that when it comes to transactional processes, as opposed to some of the processes that Salman has just talked about, he talked about the planning from the point of view of business development, more importantly. But when it comes to transactional processes, then I would say that it's not just one department or one person or one function that is responsible for it. I mean, just continuing from your example, Hafsa, about account opening, function, and you mentioned about the account opening documentation or the form. Now, if you look at this process, as a chain of, let's say, steps or links, then this thing, account opening actually originates from the relationship manager. Okay, so some part of the process has to reside with the relationship manager, and then of course the account opening in the system, it is basically farmed out to somebody in operations. Okay, so they basically input the information and so on and so forth. And in between, there is also the KYC process, which, as the first line of defense, the relationship manager or the business is responsible. Okay, operations obviously supports in that effort, and if it is a high risk kind of account, then compliance also gets involved. Okay, so what I mean to say is that there is not just one person to do that. And in today's day and age, actually, you should not be looking at one process owner for each of the processes. It's not just one department, as I said, and I can't emphasize that point enough. So basically, it has to be a multidisciplinary effort. Okay, and I would also like to introduce a concept of RACI, RACI. Some of you might have heard about it. And for those who have not, basically it just stands for responsibility, accountability, C for consulting, okay, and I for information. So if there is any activity that is going on, including the process development or the process design activity, then while you can ask a particular department or a team of persons, okay, from various departments to basically come up with the processes, you have to actually also at various steps assign some accountability, that if the process is done wrongly, then who is going to be accountable for that part of the processes. Okay, and then of course, I mean, consultation with all the stakeholders. Okay, that's important. And sometimes you just need to inform somebody, you need to take somebody into the loop, and if that person or function wants to add some value, of course, I mean, they can do that. So that's my answer to your question.